Hello everyone, my name is Diaspora. Welcome back to this side of life. And if you're new here, welcome to the Wise Tribe and thank you all for joining me today. If you have been watching me, you would know that I am back in Canada and in my familiar environment after spending some very quality time in Nigeria. While I was gone, I made a bunch of videos about my journey to Nigeria, and I will link the playlist up here or here if you haven't watched any of those videos and you want to watch them. And I want to use this opportunity to thank you all for watching those videos and for the engagement. I really enjoyed all the comments and the discussions and the arguments. It's really great to know that people care so much about these issues and are ready to discuss and bring forward their opinions. I really enjoy that. So, I am happy to be back. And going over some of the comments that I got from my Nigerian videos, I wonder why some people think that if you live abroad, anytime you go back to the homeland for a short or a long period, it is because you are dissatisfied with where you are abroad or because you want to move back permanently. You know, just like there are non-Nigerians in Nigeria, I saw quite a few of them, you know, Chinese, Lebanese, Europeans and Americans who have made Nigeria their home base and travel to their home country from time to time as required. So also there are Nigerians who have made countries abroad their home base and can travel to Nigeria from time to time as the need comes up or as required or as they want. People really don't have to be stuck in one country or one location for the rest of their lives. I mean, you can move. You can go to another country, another continent, and live there and then move again, right? People don't have to be stuck in one place. This should not be a strange thing. Like I always say, the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. Opportunities abound everywhere in this world, and each person should seek and find their own opportunities wherever in the world that might be. For some, it is abroad, and for some, it is at home, back in their home country. And that's just the way life is. It is not one size fits all. Everybody is different. And like Yoruba people will say, I've said it a lot on this channel. Don't run your life based on another person's life, right? Everybody has their own path in this world. God has a plan for everybody. And it is different. It is not the same. Just like Japa does not work for everybody, going abroad does not work for everybody. So also, japada does not work for everybody. Do you agree with me? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. In order to share more of my reflections on these issues, I recently collaborated with two different YouTube channels, the Immigrant Experience Show, as well as my friends on Cash Talk for Immigrants, where we discussed issues around immigrant life and the immigrant journey, and also addressed questions around, after these many years here in Canada, if I had to choose again, what would I do about coming to Canada? I will play some of the interesting and key clips from those videos and will come back with my closing thoughts.
Welcome, dear caller, to the Immigrant Experience Show. Welcome, my sister.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
It's good to have you today. What makes you decide to come to Canada? What year did you come? What made you decide to come?
Okay, so we came to Canada, myself and my husband, in 1999. And we were newlyweds and we had a baby on the way. I would say that the reason why we came to Canada was just, we wanted to see the world. We wanted to go somewhere else. We wanted to move outside of where we knew, where we grew up. And
you were adventurous.
Yeah, adventure, exactly. That's the word. Yes, it was adventure that brought us to Canada.
So how was it when you arrived?
Well, like I said, we had a baby on the way. Like I was 9 months pregnant. And so when we arrived, the first concern was the baby. Like how do we have the baby? And so we had gone to Ontario. We landed in Ontario because that's where everybody goes. But then Ontario, you had to wait 3 months before you are covered by healthcare.
Okay, and here you are. You're ready to deliver.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So our friends over there told us, oh yeah, maybe you should go to Alberta and go and have the baby there. And we were like, okay, we'll go and then we'll come back. But we came and...
You came to Alberta and you stayed?
And we stayed.
Oh, wow.
So it was a struggle to settle because of a new baby. It was our first child. And so...
New country. New culture. New climate.
Yeah.
Healthcare coverage concern.
Yeah, new baby. Yeah.
Wow.
It was very difficult, but thank God for Nigerians. Like, we knew nobody here. And so when we came here, the people that we were introduced to, that we were staying with in their house, knew so many other people, and all the grandmas, they came, help with the baby, bath the baby, and so on and so forth. And then, of course, trying to survive. Like, we had to get a place to live. You had to get a job. I couldn't work because I just had a baby. So you had to go and take a transition job. Yeah.
What is that exactly, so that our viewer knows what it means?
It's just a job that you do in the interim. We were able to survive on that until he passed his exams, and the baby was old enough and I could go to work. In
the process, can you think of any challenges that you encounter?
Oh, well, getting a job was a challenge. Because everybody will tell you, you don't have Canadian experience. So I had to do as many certifications just to boost my my profile, so that when I apply, I can have a better chance. So yeah, that was a big challenge, you know. And then the weather was a big challenge. And
the food?
Yes, I think because back then, we didn't have a lot of African stores. So we had to improvise, like, you know, potato for yam, and, you know.
If anybody has chosen or decided to leave their home or birthplace, I think it's important that they prepare themselves for some sort of integration to wherever they find themselves.
Definitely.
It's part of the success recipe.
Yes, you have to adapt.
You have to adapt
to your new environment, for sure. You have to adapt to your new environment because, you know, you are leaving something behind, but you need to embrace what you are coming to. Yeah. Or else, that's what I tell people, that why did you come if you don't want to adapt? Like, you might as well stay where you were. So yeah, so that's very important. Adapting and getting used to the culture. Getting into the workforce, I was probably the only Black person back then, and even the only woman.
Yeah.
And so
I can relate to that.
Yeah, so so you have to just, you know, learn and understand how things work.
The nuances of the workplace, and
yes, and adapt to it. So those were some of the challenges back then. And what I also tell people is, you have to give them the benefit of the doubt, because what I found is that some people, they've never had to relate with a Black person before. So it's awkward for them. They don't know how to behave. They don't know what to say. They are just like, so you have to help them. You know, just like you are finding it difficult, like in a new environment, they are also finding it difficult to relate with you because they don't know. So you have to just give them that latitude. And, you know, some people will come here and say, oh, I don't listen to the news. I'm like, you have to listen to the news. You have to understand what's going on. You have to learn about the sports. Like, okay, they play hockey in Canada. Like, what is this hockey about? Some people, they don't know the first thing about hockey or the first thing about football. Like, things like that. Because when you, in the workplace, that's what people talk about. That's what people talk about. So they'll be talking about hockey and football, and you'll be like, you don't even know what they're saying.
I always say to people that if you don't want to extend yourself, like you said rightfully, why did you leave?
Yes, exactly.
And come?
Exactly.
Yeah. We're blessed to be in this country.
Yeah, there are people from different parts of the world. You can learn about different cultures. You can be friends with Indians, Vietnamese, Chinese. This is a big decision that you're making. You can't just leave your country and move to another country without being prepared. Without,
who does that?
No research, nothing. And then you get there and you start saying, nobody told you this, and nobody needs to tell you anything. The internet is there, especially today. You don't have any excuse. The internet is there. Find out everything you want to find out about where you're going, you can find it on the internet. Yeah, why can't you just find out the information and be prepared so that when you get there, you're not shocked? Wherever you can do what you love, where you have peace of mind and you can be productive and impactful, like you can...
Impactful.
Yeah.
Impact.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to live your life and just like that and nobody remembers anything by the time you are gone. Like you want to be remembered for something.
So what would you like to be remembered for?
I would like to be remembered for being somebody that encourages people. I really like to encourage people. I believe I'm a positive person, and I don't like to see people being negative or being discouraged or
you like to uplift people.
Yes, that's it. That's what I would like to be remembered for.
Uplifting, contributing to people's lives in a positive way, helping them achieve their goals and reach their highest potential.
And I love to see people succeed.
Yes.
Yeah. I love to see people succeed because I believe that, we can all succeed.
Yes.
My own thinking is that you can build wealth anywhere you are in the world. It depends on, it depends on the individual, like Vidal said, and how much you are willing to learn about money and how it works in your specific environment. Because, there are different things that apply in different places on how to build wealth. And it's not how much you make really that matters in these countries. It's how much you keep, right? Like,
exactly.
It's how much you're able to keep and how much you're able to invest. And I know
how much you're able to grow.
To grow, yes. And don't eat your seed, right? Don't eat your seed when you can invest it for growth, right? So it is very, very possible to build wealth, to build generational wealth. I keep telling people who come abroad, they are not all suffering and in poverty and all that. It's the people that are wise, they will do well. For sure, there are opportunities here everywhere you turn. There are things that you can do, and there are ways you can manage your money and grow your money. And you just need to be open to those opportunities, to be open to new ways of doing things. So you have to be wise, like you said, and be smart, and you will be able to build wealth for sure.
Yes. So, if you had to choose again, will you still pick Canada, or you want to come over to US?
And if so, why?
I think I will still pick Canada, minus the cold. I will still pick Canada. And the reason is because we have had a good experience here. Like, I cannot complain. I can't complain. Like, when I see people complaining so much about being abroad, I'm just like, what are you even talking about? I cannot complain. I thank God. I'm grateful for the opportunity I've had to be here in this country, and all the experiences I've had and all the successes I've had. So it is a system that I know and has worked for me, and so I would choose it again. Those clips actually say it all. If you would like to watch the full videos, I will link them in the description box below. My conclusion is that God has a plan for every one of us, and it is our job in this life to seek out that plan, to seek out the path that God has for us and to walk in it, to make a positive impact, glorify God with our lives, and leave our footprint in the sand of time so that we can be remembered for good after we leave this world, and we can hear "well done" at the end of our lives. And that, my people of God, looks different for each one of us. That is my message for today. Thank you so much for joining me again. Let me know what you think about everything that we've discussed in this video. Leave your thoughts, your comments down in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know whenever I upload new videos. Also, stay tuned to this channel for much more interesting content coming your way. Until I come your way again, until the next video, you go out and make it the best days of your life. Bye.